If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say to yourself, what's one thing I'm doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? You meditate on that, you'll get an answer.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is one of the coolest, the Government Club podcast. So the topic for this week, the biggest mistakes men should avoid in 2022. So I've got some great news for all my Tongan listeners out there. I'm going to be doing something very special for this week's episode. I'm going to be hosting the full episode in Tongan. So me and the panel of guests, we're going to be speaking our native language, which is Tongan, Lea Whakatonga. One of my goals for 2022 was to host a full episode in Tongan. As you guys know, my podcast, I'm always trying to bridge the generational gap between the elder generation and the younger generation. And I know a lot of times the conversations we have, the communication is limited to the older generation because a lot of them only speak in Tongan. So for this year, for 2022, I'm going to be hosting a full episode once a month in Tongan, and I'm inviting a panel of guests who speak Tongan, and we're going to break down a variety of different topics throughout the year, and we're going to speak it in Tongan. I know a lot of times for the older generation, our communication is limited based on the topics and conversations that we have because they can't fully understand the context of some of the vocabulary that we use, especially the words in English. So I want to help bridge that communication problem by able to speak in Tongan. Me and the panel of guests, we're going to discuss about and talk about all the mistakes that we have made in our life that you should, as a man, you should definitely try to avoid in 2022. So this is a great podcast for you guys, and also for all the Tongan listeners out there, or if you're a Tongan out there who don't know how to practice their Tongan, or don't know how to speak Tongan, this is going to be a good listen to not only to learn Tongan, to know to practice their Tongan. So for myself, I get to practice my Tongan on this episode because I live in America where I primarily speak English. So I do notice over the years that my Tongan starts to get diminished. So for me, I'm excited for this episode because I get to practice with my Tongan with other native speakers, especially speakers who speak the language a lot better than me. If you're a Tongan speaker out there, maybe you don't know the language, or maybe you want to practice it because you live in the United States or maybe live in a Western country, this is a great listen for you. Not only we're going to try to give you guys the best content, but you can also get to listen in your native language and also speak in Tongan. And we do have the live chat, so you can also type and talk shit in Tongan. But anyways, whether you agree or disagree, I invite you guys to be part of this week's Government Club podcast live show on YouTube. This is Wednesday, January 26th at 9 p.m. California time. The Zoom link is below. I'm going to be joined with the panel of Tongan men. We're going to be speaking in full Tongan, Lea Whakatonga. We're going to break all of this down. See you guys there. Facts over feelings. Peace.